Okay, let's get this stream started with Fallout 4. Chief feet. Oh, for some reason, my feet are really itching. Oh, for love of... I don't know what it is, but my feet are really itchy today. I don't know why. It should pass, but who knows? So there you go, I got a Nuka sub. I mean, technically, you know, I know nuking is also a slang term for microwaving. Oh, I'm just trying to remember. No. I think she was actually my very first one. That was it. I was on an island in the middle of nowhere because I ran out of time. That was it. That was it. I think actually vanilla Fallout 4 Assaultrons are by far the most dangerous thing. What? Well, they actually have the highest damage out of anything, and everything is pretty damn fragile. Speaking of pretty damn fragile, I have made a few... Let me just check which marker that is. Ugh, underwater vision. Yes, that's what I want. But I have made a few under the hood changes. It's to... Oh, stream's hanging again. Why does it do this about 5 minutes, you know, like a minute in? And then you refresh it and it works fine. I don't get that. YouTube, it doesn't make sense. Nothing Google does make sense. What was that? Who knows? Oh dear. The garden gnomes are evil. Look at them. They haven't just been... They've been fishing for human. They're just evil. But I made some under the hood changes to how basically had of really big enemies. Basically I've given them a high amount of explosive resist so they can actually resist the missile launcher for like more than one shot. What the? Oh, it's a bear. It's so glowing I couldn't tell what it was. I thought it might have been like an angler or something. Basically, I've given them a high amount of explosive resist. Whether or not it works is another matter. But they seem to be a bit more resistant to the missile launcher of ultimate spamminess. Oh no, barnacles. Those reds will be gone in about 10 seconds. Oh. And the rads are pretty much gone. Wasn't quite 10 seconds, but they're gone. Now it's just a wolf. It's like Skyrim, it's wolves, except they're nowhere near as omnipresent as they are in Skyrim. No creepy garden gnomes on this little shipboat. Out. Good. Anything in this bombed out shit shack? Safe. With ammo. And the most bombed out exterior ever. You know, I don't get why Far Harbor's so bombed out. I really don't, because it's not, you know, Boston was a state capital, you know, or at least a big major city. And yet the nuke of it hit in the glowing sea and didn't take it ill. Well, Far Harbor seems to be hit a lot worse. Maybe people just really don't like Maine. Who knows? You know, it's kind of like, why is Far Harbor so badly hit? Or is it just the way that the wind's move and it takes this radioactive fog with it? Is it? Oh, it's a radical chicken. I mean, it still does a ridiculous amount of damage in a missile launcher, but it has been reduced somewhat, so it isn't quite as overpowered. My Alert Queens, for some reason, have extremely low health. Speedy fucker, aren't you? I love how fast they move. It's like totally random how fast they are. May as well go back to the rifle. Oh, I've got a pistol. I keep forgetting what bloody quick select order I have everything on. It happens when you play different characters, you forget what you have on your quick select. I try and keep it the same, like typically my melee is always on 3. The whatchamacallit, sniping weapon is always on 1. Typically some form of grenade is on 2. Basically something I would have to change out. Oh, there's a lot of gulpers. Oh dear, there's so many gulpers. I'm swimming in. I can't even find land. You can fire a gun while jumping off a building, but you can't do it while swimming. That's ridiculous. Why? Oh, I almost got in water far for a second. Deep water. And you shouldn't adventure through the island at night. Oh great! Up roller! Leg it! Boom. Yeah, it's no longer as ridiculously overpowered, because I'm pretty sure that killed the fog crawlers before. And now it doesn't, you have to actually use 2 clips of stuff. And of course this is I believe my rocket launcher is fully buffed. Yes it is, it's ridiculously buffed. Yeah, it's fully buffed. I've also changed the crit rate on that, because I noticed, I think instead of being a flat value, it's multiplying. So it basically gave me like 40% crit chance before, which was a bit much. Now it gives about 7.5%, and a little over 7.5%, which, you know, it's much better. So many useless perks. I mean, that's for that spamming. That's for that spamming. That's just retardedly overpowered. In fact, that's so overpowered I try not to use it as that much. May as well. You can get quite a lot of rare ammo back. You can technically fire a Fat Man forever if you're incredibly lucky. With that. That sounds like anglers. Will that kill? Right in the butt crack, and no it doesn't. course, the butt crack shot didn't kill it. It is its anal passage, and I did send it up there, but it didn't kill it. Typical. I found that with better criticals the way it was before I edited it between this stream and last stream, was it did for some reason missile launcher would crit every single time, which made it do even more ridiculous amounts of damage than it already does. There it is, the strangest looking launch key ever. That's how it's secure. Where are these children atom locators? I think they're in the middle of the islands. That's where they were. Oh, when I get back to the Commonwealth, I've got to update 2 settlements. Basically, every time I come across one of my older settlements on another character, I've been messing around trying to clean them up a bit, make them a little less crude. So far, I've got round to doing Sanctuary and Red Rocket, which are some of my earlier settlements. Yeah, there's some of my earlier ones. They might not be earliest on transfer settlements, but they were built a lot earlier than a lot of them. For example, Murkwater's first on my transfer settlements list, but that isn't the new. The oldest one. It's actually relatively new. Mainly because I actually sort of had an idea with that one, because, well, it's Murkwater, and I really should have not had an idea, because it's Murkwater and it's crap. It really is one of those... It's a set like that's both important. If you want to use Minutemen artillery, it's a very important site. But otherwise, it's completely useless. Due to its nature of, well, its location is what makes it useful. Same with Jamaica Plain, it's not a good settlement site, but its location is what makes it useful. It's one of the essential southern artillery posts. If you want full coverage, pretty much full coverage of the artillery, you need that site. And to be honest, the artillery is one of the only reasons to side with the Minutemen, because like it's the it's the only reason to do their quests and get them reclaiming the castle, because it's the only thing worth having. The flare gun is useless. Even if you are magically in range and get it to trigger, it takes them so long to join the battle that by the time they don't respond within a minute's notice. They are useless, and by the time they've joined the battle, you're either dead or all the enemies are dead. It's kind of like completely useless. I think my faction, the mod I got to do the faction paint jobs, actually makes it so that the flare gun's got better range. Because it made a lot of edits to the flare gun script. Please be a grenade. That blue radium rifles, they hurt. I swear I killed all these guys outside. Oh well. Oh, I'm out of ammo now. Oh, that burned through fast. I burned through that a lot faster than I thought it did. Oh well. At least I managed to kill them all with my remaining ammo. Oh well. It worked. If it works, it works. You can't go wrong with it if it works. Wow, that mouse is spazzing out. For some reason, the mouse on my family PC gets interference through its USB port, and as a result, it sort of spazzes out. It's very weird. I've never seen anything like it, but actually, the only time I've ever seen anything like it was when a wireless USB mouse, in one of the really early wireless ones, and it was a cheapie as well, so it was really crap. It was like unfathomably crap. But whenever it ran out of battery, which was pretty much within a week, it would spaz off into the top corner of one of the top corners of the screen for no reason. It was just one of those weird little things that happened. I thought I wiped this place out with a couple of gratuitous mini nukes. Whoa, that mouse is spazzing. Oh great, another atom cultist. How many of these are there? The radium rifle's actually really powerful against humans. That must protect us. Everyone else's pile has disappeared. Oh wait, no they haven't. They're still there. Oh yes, I have to stick the... You don't stick it in the terminal, you stick it in this hole.
Missile launch sequence initiated.
Oh dear. Leg it. I think you get a minute to get out. You get quite a while actually. I don't think you have to sprint. You can fall off the sub and survive, I think. Yeah, you get almost a minute. You get quite a while. I'm not sure if you have enough. You might just have enough time to make it out if you're crippled.
4, 3, 2, 1. Lockdown complete. Commencing launch.
Well, that's gone boom. And it blows everything out. And the sub has been nuked. Now to just get Kasumi Nakano to go home. I can stop. Ugh, I can't see where I'm going at night. The question is, where is everything? So I'm not even heading in the right way, am I? You might as well go back to Fahaba. There should be enough space for a vertical in there. Yep. Where it lands, however, is a complete mystery. But I'll save me trekking across here in the middle of the night, where I can't see a bloody thing. You know, a combination of the fog and the night makes it very difficult to see. I mean, and it's quite hilly. Also, where I find combat armor in fat-ass size, I don't know. It's just one of those. You know, you pull the armor off, say, a man, for example, and somehow it fits my gigantic ass and fat ass. Look at me, I'm not exactly a slim exam. You'd think with all the running around the Commonwealth I would have lost weight, but no. So that sweet, sweet fattening wasteland cuisine. Which is disgusting and... Into the vertibird. Make sure X6 is in. Don't want to leave her behind.
Weapons hot and ready to bring the pain, ma'am.
There's not even cars to blow up here. It's like New Vegas, there's no cars to go boom. Which I wonder if that's something for New Vegas will do, is it'll have pre-blown out cars, or if it will actually have the cars that go boom. Something I wonder. Oh, a car that goes boom. I found one of the few on the island. Pleasing lens flare. Ooh, no. 2-hour range. The reason I said there's not many cars to go boom on Far Harbour is because there just isn't actually that many cars on Far Harbour. It's not a particularly car-y place. It's just one of those things. It's a shame because I like blowing the cars up. It's something I do obsessively, compulsively. Oh, we're going to go through the sail blades, aren't we? Yes, show off your fancy flying. I mean, you wonder why these things get shot down all the time. Also, sometimes you can kill the pilot to get a vertibird down. Sometimes it doesn't work though. Sometimes the vertibird gets possessed and flies on its own, and will hunt you down when it does that. And then typically when they've gone into the vertibird is possessed mode, they also tend to, when they explode, they actually hunt you down and try and land on you. Oh look, half my rads are already gone already. Cleansing rads is kind of pointless. Ah, 'tis a classy job that. Just got little bits of the hull and like badly bolted them on. That is a fantastically ass job.
Friends, family, just
Food in front, knock
to
him back.
believe differently than us.
Brainwashed him.
This should be solemn occasion. Please.
Everyone, times are hard, but this here feast is proof that
I get a swanky hat from this.
Now I know mainlanders have been responsible for all manner of harm.
One of the 2 tricorn hats in the game, I believe.
This one,
I think there's only one other, which is the Minutemen General hat.
so in my book, she's not a mainlander anymore.
No, that's Lunatic who goes in circles.
So the whole thing, the Queen.
It's Queen Mirelurk, they don't actually scale very high.
These knuckleheads don't
You know, they're sort of a low-level boss only. For some reason, there's only like one type of them and they don't scale.
might even have some more work for you.
The legendary ones scale a bit higher, but they still don't scale very high.
Seriously.
You are the most peculiar main. Take this.
See, swanky hat.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannons.
Ow, got caught to Mitch. Oh, that's always a charming endeavour.
Hey, pal.
Ma'am, I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
2.5 caps. I want to hire you.
Okay.
I'll bite. What's the job?
Harbormen don't belong on this. To get better, to grow strong, Echo Lake...
Ah, this is one settlement I don't actually have a blueprint for. Mainly because I haven't decided what to do with it. It's...
You know, you're...
If you say so. I know the money's a joke. But if my friends can... and owe you...
Woo! Another settlement. Another settlement needs our help. Here, let me mark it on your map. It's the same basic thing.
Anything likes you. Here, kitty.
Everyone, make way.
Ow.
You killed the queen? The mariner said you did.
Don't pester her, Debbie. Of course she did. Now this is what a badass looks like.
Yes. And his uncle is just as, well, very similar. You can tell they're family.
Easier than now Avery got the right of it. And thanks for reminding me. Here's a round on the house.
Hey, thanks.
Least I can do.
Mitch, I mean,
That's my own family.
ma'am, Mitch is too damn proud.
If my family was in trouble.
You hear that, Mitch? Even
Mhm.
Uncle Ken's the last one still.
Crazier than a bag full of starved mole rats, he is.
Mitch sent some of the fog condensers?
But the campground's got to be swarming. Listen, it shames me to and find some way.
I'll look for your uncle.
His homestead's the
Yeah, he's nuts. He tries to blow you. You step on his traps as you go in. I'm probably already triggered a few of them when I ran through. Ugh. It's just another local nut job. Mouse is still a spasm.
Making it to Acadia without Longfellow? Wow, that's something.
Mariner.
Mainlander. I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of rad roaches. That hole's got plenty of stuff.
I'm not sure.
Might be right, that. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid. So you gather up a bunch of then I'll
Mirelurk carapaces?
Best of luck to you.
I think this one's actually quite harsh if you don't have like increased carry weight because they weigh a lot for what they are, and you gotta get 3 of them. They're a bit of a pain in the arse to find, but I mean, this, to be honest, Hull Breach 3 is definitely the one you want to do as quickly as possible because it is rather, now what's the word for it? Awkward when you don't have the Mirelurk, like really obvious Mirelurk spots. Now, there is a reason I don't do settlement building on streams, and I will try and explain it again. For one, it's not very interesting to watch, and 2, it takes an extremely long time. Like, let's just say that building a settlement from scratch takes about 2 hours to build it to a nice-ish standard. You know, the more detail you put in, the longer and longer it takes. A lot of the time is spent searching for resources. Well, that's, you know, this with gold mode on. When I said resources, I sort of meant, like, the item you want. Like, for example, table 5A is not easy to, you know, you're looking for table 5B and you can't find it and it just takes forever. Ooh, why am I with you? Cars got to delete all of those before.
Excuse me.
Go away! You see? You see those corpses?
Can you tell the family resemblance?
Unless you're ready for the long walk. Go away!
Your nephew's worried about you. He sent me.
Mitch. My boy Mitch sent you? He was always a smart one. Glad to hear he still cares. What? What have you... You're coming!
Then let's work together.
Ah. I haven't reset my... Quick! Do what you can.
I think the word for sentry going up is very, very apt. Where's the Gauss turrets when you need them? Plop. Plop. Building sentries, it's just helpful. There, now it should have some defense for when they attack. You know, as long as you... Having the turrets up makes a huge bloody difference. bear! I thought it was angler. Oh, the bears. The turrets make a massive difference to the speed at which you can defend this place. And that's this active. I thought it was down. Just wants to block. I say they do make a massive difference to how easy it is to defend it. The reason I use Gauss is because like seems like a lot of things are pretty resilient to the. You know, nothing's really resilient to these fuckers. They're kind of very powerful. I think. No, there's a couple left, I think. I can still hear the Gauss turret going. Yeah, now they're dead. We can just start cleaning up his mess. Because there's one thing you definitely don't want to do when settlers are around, and that is leave shit. The one thing you definitely don't want to do is leave traps around, because settlers will walk into them, die, and they might even blame you for it. It's just what they do. Gotta scrap all crappy cars. And yes, for some reason you can scrap those hedges. I don't, because I think they're actually quite useful. Now, I'm not sure if this is one of those settlements where I actually... No, I always scrap, like, dead shit. That's something I always scrap. I'm not sure if this one... I think this is one that takes a hell of a lot of... like, messing with to make it work. You don't even have a water source. How do you survive?
Not bad. Mitch was a good boy to send you. But still, time to go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Before you attract more of them.
Stay safe, Uncle Pen.
Yes, very safe. Now leave.
Well, time to build a settlement out of nowhere. I will pull a holotape out my ass and play it, and it will build a settlement. Now, it does have an auto-unlock functionality, but I wouldn't recommend it. The reason that when I tried it... No, on that newest save, that I tried it, and it did work. It did import everything, settlers were there and everything, to Red Rocket, so I knew it was working. But I also couldn't build... I could build them, but I didn't have a stat... It didn't class as my own. So I basically had to unset ownership in the workshop, do a shitty Radiant quest for them. Thankfully it didn't take me too far, but I wouldn't recommend using the function unless you have to. Yeah. That'll be it, that one. Import original. Nuke before import. Yes, destroy all items. Import all nuke marker based items. Yes. I don't even bother exporting those because it's not worth it. Now I've got to wait for the settlement to build. So and then you leave it for a few days, come back, and then you have to sort of clean up the mess. But you know, I tried to keep For some reason you can scrap an awful lot of the Far Harbour bits, and I don't quite know why. This is actually important quite quickly. It took me 8 minutes to export Sanctuary, by the way. 8 minutes. And to anyone who follows my DeviantArt, I actually did sketch a new comic in that time. It doesn't take long to sketch them. You know, it really does not take long to sketch them, especially when I can't be asked to scroll out some dialogue. Which is often the case, actually. I'm very lazy when it comes to scrolling out dialogue. It's what takes the longest is when I'm sketching them. It takes the longest to scroll out the dialogue. Stabilizing, which basically enables and disables everything just to make sure it works. It's a vital step, because otherwise the food doesn't work. You can tell this is a newer settlement because it's got the advanced settlement turret set. I think this was one of the first few settlements I was actually quite happy with. And yes, there is a toilet shack. I actually bothered to put the... I actually did put a... This is one of the few settlements that actually has a designated toilet site. It's also the first one where I started using these little prefab houses. You know, it's sort of like a campground sort of setup where there's loads of little individual little houses that are all very much the same. You know, like proper little houses. You know, it's sort of like a nice, relatively nice site. And it's also one I don't think requires any mod pos touching up. Well, particularly much. Now, set pos and mod pos are very, very helpful. Come on, go through the gate. Settlements are not where companions belong. Companions have... let's just say they have issues. Like, quite major issues with settlement. There is one thing you definitely do not want in your settlement, and that is multiple companions, because they are just obnoxious. When you're building a settlement, tell your companion to wait as far, you know, within a few cells, but so they don't disappear, but don't have them in the settlement, because they will just wander around being annoying. By that I mean, they use furniture while you're trying to position it. They just get in the way of you trying to place furniture. They open doors left and right because they just feel the need to wander, and they clearly were raised in a barn. But they're just unbelievably obnoxious. What is this place? Is this the ocean area? Oh no, National Park HQ. Oh no. Yep, missed the mine root flute. Ugh, that's glowing. Oof, that is bright. I don't know what it is, but it's bright. Oh yeah, seeing that ham radio reminds me. Just in case. Not that I think there's actually is, apart from ham radios, I don't actually think there's any actually on Far Harbour, but they're safe than sorry. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Or in the case of rain, safe than soak. Oh no. Must be an angler. Glowing bear. Oh well. Smack that bear down. Oh, bog crawler. Wow, she goes for headshots. No wonder she kills them so fast. It's headshots. Yeah, shot that mighty fog crawler ass. You know, I don't know why they're called fog crawlers, because they're more fog scuttlers. I'm sure, like, I'm pretty sure they're either a prawn or a shrimp. I can't quite remember which. Wow, they're entranced. Look at them. They're actually entranced. Oh, boom. It's always nice when you get a pack of... We're entranced. Shove a bobby pin in it and it opens. Why I can't just climb through the broken window, I don't know, but who knows. Why would I turn the projector off? That just doesn't seem like it. Yeah, why would I do that? Will I get the pie? I mean, not that I would ever consider eating such a perfectly preserved pie. They are just evil. That's before they start banging that they are evil. Also, just something I noticed with the Slocum's Joe Creation Club thing is that it does actually add the Slocum's Joe stuff like the fryer and the coffee maker to other Slocum's Joes, so it is actually better integrated than like every other Creation Club mod. Because for some reason the Creation Club stuff is just not very well implemented. The armor skins, for example, you get all of them at the very, very beginning of the game. And there's no reason why you should. Much like there's no reason why you should get all the weapon skins, or... I don't know what this horde of things is, it must be trappers, but you get... And like, all the little items, you either get given them at the very start, which is just stupid, or you get the quest to get little quest thing to get them, to go here, kill this, or go here, grab this. You know, less quests than a Radiant to go get, you know, you get that at the beginning, and it just like bugs me that they couldn't even be bothered to implement them properly. Could be worse, they could have added them to the level list without scripts, but they do. And the Bethesda script is worse than the actual community resource script. I mean, whoever came up with that clearly made it so pretty much anyone with the most basic of knowledge of the creation kit could do it. And it's a very handy script. I've used it to add other things that aren't even like weapons or armor to level lists. Yeah, Echo Lake Lumber, we're here. So I haven't quite decided what to do with this settlement, which is why I haven't actually built it. All I know is it's full of ghouls. This gun seems extremely weak. Like, extremely compared to this overpowered thing. Oh, get out of my face, I can see inside you! You know it's too close when you can see inside the fuckers. You know they're too close when you can see inside them. Instigating. Actually, there's not. Instigating isn't too bad on a snipey rifle. It's actually one of the few times it's useful.
Good. Oh, sorry.
I love how that counts as a hit even though it missed. Because the crit meter only goes up if it counts as a hit. Where was this ghoul going? Wait to meet. Oh, it's a locked door. That explains where it was going. It can't get to me, so it tried. Blessed, it tried.
Nice.
You know, blessed it did try. It's one fat fog ghoul. Bit bloated. I had to blow its head off. Except it didn't even blow its head off, that's disappointing. It's a ghoul. It's supposed to blow its head off. I get the feeling that's supposed to be a proper chainsaw and not a ripper. It's just the ripper because they couldn't be bought because they didn't have a chainsaw. You know, I get the feeling that's not supposed to be a ripper. And it's supposed to be a chainsaw. You know, considering this is a lumber yard. You know, it's kind of where you'd expect it to be. Oh, yes, Haddock Cove, that's got a load of my lurks, hasn't it? A load of lurks. Oh, my fat ass down. Oh no, not Fat Ant-Man Lunatic's Tower. Oof. Hopefully Fat Man Lunatic is still dead. If not, well, I'll hear a scream of death in a moment. Nah, he's still dead. Good. I don't like it when he's still alive, because it is very dangerous. So he's got a wide field of fire, unlike a lot of the Fat Man Lunatics. The one at Libertalia is probably the least dangerous of the Fat Man Lunatics, and possibly the first one you'll come across. The reason it's the least dangerous is Libertalia has very little solid ground for it to actually impact on. Here, lurky, lurky, lurky. That's strange, a non-legendary Blood Rage. Let's just see how heavy this Mylurk carapace is. 2 actually, that's really light. I thought that would be heavier than that. Where are you going? Stop scuttling! Could be worse, could be whooping as well. Why has it gone all the way over there? No, I'm not even going to waste an arrow on that. This is nice and shallow? No. I'm trying to land a vertebrate around here. I don't want to waste a grenade. Let's see if that lands. Yep. They're actually pretty good at landing in Fur Harbor, just nowhere near you. One of those little things. Oh, mouse spazzing again. Actually, it's been spazzing the whole time. Don't know why. But it's spazzing more than normal today, because it was spazzing on the lower right hand side of the screen. Now it's sort of spazzing its way along the taskbar at the bottom. I have no idea why it's spazzing like that. My mouse in a USB port is right next to another, and it doesn't have any issues. Now, I can hear the interference from my headphones due to the proximity of the headphone jack to the USB ports on the front, but I can, I can sometimes hear, like the Blue Yeti in particular, sending so much crap I could actually hear it. Has the vertebrate landed? No. There it is. There she blows. Now I've actually got to find where it lands. Where is it? Where's it going? Oh, it's got distracted by a fight. That's why it's taking so long. It got distracted by a fight. Good job I'm not in danger, isn't it? Wait a second. Little ferals. Go away. I'm trying to go in there. Nah, the item you actually have to find, you can't get in. Oh well. Hop in the vertibird. Help defend Jamaica Plain! Okay. That just completed on its own. I didn't even do it, but okay. Actually, let's go to the cabin and just prove without a doubt that the vertibird refused to land where they're supposed to, and they land in the middle of the farmland. Oh, make me sick. I have edited the vertibirds so they're a little more fluid in their motions because they're a bit robotic vanilla. Like they're too stable, they don't have any lean whatsoever. You know, like I gave them a wider range of motion. It was, I don't know what I was trying to tweak at the time, but I did end up tweaking them so they actually did a little bit more in the way of moving. To do pitch and yaw and roll a bit more, so it gives them sort of something else to do. And yes, that tail is quite low res. I guess you're not supposed to see it. You're only really supposed to see a side of the vertibird. I don't think you're supposed to see a tail at much distance. And the thing with resolution is, it looks fine from here, but you zoom in and it gets quite a bit low res. Pull up. Crashed plane. Actually pretty complete. Most of the crash planes are like total fragments. Well, this one actually seems to be most of it. Must have come down pretty straight into that lake and then bounced a bit. There's Hotel the Mystery. So far, the only dungeon I've ever come across that's actually all outside. Very unusual, very peculiar. Wait a second, did I even build? Yes, I did. I've got to make sure the settlement beacon's working. Defensive line is in place, so everything else... Watch it, it's going to land in the middle of the crops again. Yep, right in the middle of the crops. Like it always does.
I'm looking forward to the next mission.
I need to assign someone to this.
Ah, I get it. I know why. It's a I know why it's not working, I've just got to hook it up. It's a what do you call it? either the wires didn't import or it's pre-wires. Let's just get rid of this tree. It's a little too close for comfort. I think my bigger question is how to help. Ah, that's where it is. That's the connection. Yeah, I've got a mod that makes it so I can actually string these a lot further, because it made no sense how short a distance you could swing them. And time to power up the lights. And all power is connected. Get rid of that scrap tree. Yeah, that's hooked up now. So not having to hook up 5 billion turrets is very helpful. That mortar's there solely so I can launch weather clear shells when I really cannot be asked to deal with them. Where is old Longfellow? He needs to get a firearm in. Grumpy old cuss needs to start farming his own food.
I can do that.
There he goes. Up. I'll hook this up to the beacon, I guess. That's just it. A tree is great. A tree is in my house. Actually, it's my ridiculously big doctor's clinic. I was trying to make... I think this was a settlement I was trying to get max happiness on, which requires millions and millions of doctors. That is redundant. That needs to go. That's a building hazard. That isn't a building hazard, but it's going through the building, so it can go. Dead twigs have to go. Defensive line is... you can tell I don't like dead twigs. I don't like dead trees. But I expect to do a little cleanup after every settlement. You know, every import I expect to do a little cleanup after. Like, look, there's a tree on my landing pad. You know, I built this landing pad and they never ever use it, ever. It just looks the part. Barracks. Oh, great. Outpost Pneumonia is under attack now. I'm sure Pneumonia can defend itself. Like, why is there a boat in my crops? You know, I don't mind a tree. That isn't actually in the... I think I did delete that tree, but it's not really an issue. I don't like dead logs. You de-stump it. Or say lightning zapped it down or something. Don't really matter. Anything beyond the defensive line, I don't really mind. So that's that just cleaned up. So this is a defensive outpost. This platform, I think. Yep. It's actually a very large settlement site, because if you notice, it goes all the way to here. It's actually one of the larger ones. Or at least it feels large. You know, mainly because it's quite empty. I mean, you know, a lot of people would say Spectacle Island is one of the better settlement sites just because of its size. I think it's one of the worst settlement sites because of the fact it's an excessively huge island. It doesn't work. I don't find it works as a settlement. Starlight Drive-In's the one where you build whatever the hell you want because it's big and flat.
The pay will be worth it.
Yeah, I've got them.
Carapaces. Finally, it's done. Everything that can be welded, duct tape, or super.
I don't know. I haven't seen much duct tape on that wall.
It's like I can finally sit a spell and relax. It's well earned.
Enjoy the break, Mariner.
I wonder how long before some sad sap gets a splinter in their wee toe and it's up to me to fix it.
I think splinters is someone else's problem. Somehow.
I'll be damned if I give up on taking back my land.
General supplies?
My kids ain't gonna believe the
The bait
stories
shop.
about you.
The others think I'm nuts to be fishing in this dock. But one day,
Well, time to get my 14.5 caps. Don't worry.
The lumber mill for you.
The ghoulies are gone. They're ghouls. Who cares? They're not that much of a threat. Oh great, got you watching now.
Talk to Bertha.
Your friends have already sent word.
Of course,
Going
the
to turn
dog's
back
got
the
it.
tide. You'll see.
I don't even know how you get half a cap. Like, who cuts a bottle cap in half? What? How does that even occur?
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world. Buy my guns.
Bait shop's got everything you need.
A posh chair. Might as well make a few radaways while I've got the glowing fungus. Apparently I need water for that. Yeah, I don't quite know what. Basically a bag of adrenaline needs water, purified water, but okay. Yeah, actually, if I've got any baseballs in my lawn, make some baseball grenades. Yeah, don't really. Well, I don't want to bother making a persuasion grenade so useful.
Buy my guns.
Come on.
Bertha?
Excuse me, ma'am?
Smalls, we got no time.
Did I?
The mill's safe. For now, at least.
So we gotta act fast. We've gotta
Send a few idiots with pipe pistols out. That'll keep it safe.
My friends are ready to.
Surviving is about more than taming fog. We gotta.
But we're no good here. Harbormen need their own land.
I love how they're called harbormen, but apparently they need land that isn't actually a harbor.
You. Bertha knows this island better than you, Avery. We give folks some and thrive.
For the price of a few condensers.
And even if they don't make it, give them the fog.
Come, Bertha.
You might want to check up on Echo Lake. Take this.
I'll take the free camps now. I gotta talk to Mitch again. Also, I love how there's a generator here that isn't even on or hooked up to anything. Clearly they get their power from elsewhere. Probably someone's got a boat with a nuclear reactor and that's what powers the town. That mouse is still spazzing. Ooh, Mariner needs help again. Good. That's good, I like that.
He's got color.
He sure does.
Uncle Ken. He's still alive, but he won't come back.
That's cause for celebration.
You don't want him back.
Really is, all right? Do you think he's safe?
He's a lot tougher than he looks.
Maybe I should see if any of the locals.
I don't think any local will want to be near Uncle Ken. Should have brought him back to town. That'll get them all run into the settlements.
Mitch is at a loss for words.
Hush now. I owe you one.
Seeing that vodka bottle reminds me, in my newest save I've actually found a special version of the SVT-40, otherwise known as the Chinese rifle, because of its nature as probably a bad, the ones that'll be in Boston will probably be Chinese agents bringing over bad knockoffs, and the Americans' propensity for looting anyone they fight. Yeah. No, where's Mariner? There we go. We need to do this one.
Harbor's safe as it's going to get. You ever get a gnawing in your belly to do something?
The craziest ideas are usually the best.
Fortune favors the bold and unbalanced. You're the only mainland. The Red Death.
Ah, Red Death.
The big monster lives beneath the waves.
This is definitely where I was expecting a giant squid.
I think it's some drunken sailor.
Definitely was expecting a giant squid at this point.
In their bones.
I suppose the
Good. With my business here done, I seek to end this unholy terror. I mean to.
Count me in.
Bring whatever weapons of meet by the docks.
Definitely was expecting. I was definitely expecting a giant squid at this point, and I deliberately never looked it up either. I actually don't think I looked up anything with I don't think I ever looked up anything for Far Harbor because I kind of wanted to go in without any spoilers for once. I'm going, whatever you say, Avery. I don't care. We're going to Red Death Island, and that's all I care about. I love how I can bounce my way in without actually moving. What's funny is the momentum of the boat would carry you forwards. Or backwards, or whatever way you're doing. You wouldn't just hop in place.
Read me, Mainlander? I've plotted a safe course for your boat. Don't tamper with it. The shoals near where we're headed can easily capsize a boat of your size. I'll catch up to you.
I'm more concerned about it digging a hole in its very weak wooden hull that's been in the water for presumably 2 centuries, possibly more.
Not much further, Mainlander. When Auntie Stacy told others of her brush with the Red Death,
the boat's glitched out again. It does this sometimes. The boat just glitches out and you just get dumped in the water.
They saw the glow on the horizon. I've been looking to end the reign of the Red Death's terror.
Thankfully, I know where the Red Death Island is, so I can... Yeah, I'm swimming to the island because my boat decided to drop me in the water.
Meet you there, and get prepared.
Is that my boat or the mariner's boat? I can't remember. No, that's the one that's always there. My boat hasn't bothered showing up. That's good.
That's the Red Death?
It's tiny. You can be such a troll with it.
All in the Marines.
It's the tiniest smile on camera.
Oh, ha ha. What do we say to all the folk back home?
To be honest, it's actually probably more dangerous than any big creature because it's people go to it out of curiosity.
Maybe we embellish a little. Or a lot. Make it the stuff of legends. I have a little stomach for it.
It's a case of it actually probably is just as dangerous because people see that red light and they come to it because people are idiots and they're curious about it and then they run aground. Yep, God vanquished the Red Death. I almost feel... I mean, look how tiny it is. It's tiny. I almost feel like I don't even feel like shooting it. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna beat it down with the butt of my gun because I really don't feel like killing it. Look at its spaz. It's going faster. Oh, it's slowing down now. There, now it can't hurt anyone anymore. Oh, X6 has found a way, but my boat hasn't. Oh well. I'll probably no fast travel rule because technically I should have a boat, but I don't. The fuck? Tell Far Harbor about Avery's murder. And... no... Does it say where my boat is? No, my boat's just apparently gone. My boat's gone AWOL. Who knows? It's I've had it. Sometimes I've had it work, and sometimes I've had it fail like that. Sometimes the boat just doesn't want to come. It's just nature of it. Also, fun fact: T-45 is better than any other armor you can wear, except. Maybe if you stack with Ballistic Weave, it's not as good, but it's better than pretty much everything in its base form. you know, it's kind of funny in that aspect. It's actually better in its base form. Because that just says just how good power armor is. The difference is power armor breaks at the slightest touch. Oh great, Merkwater's under attack now! Ah, wrong one. Wrong one.
These caps are for you. If you need anything from my shop, let me know.
They're back! Did you find it? Did you end the scourge of the seas?
We set sail. It was a terrible fight.
So you killed
I bashed it with my gun many times.
Quite the sight.
As it was. It was quite the sight. Just not for the reasons you expect.
I figured it would take a mini nuke direct to the center of the eye to do it in.
That would have worked. But
You know, what's funny is I think you can actually, you can mini nuke it, but it's kind of overkill to the highest degrees.
Are you injured, Mariner? Are you okay?
no, we managed to get through unscathed.
My boat didn't make it, and I had to swim many miles. I say I had to do that quest, it's just one of the funny ones. Where the fuck is Avery? Why is Avery out?
Talk with Alan.
Why is she out there? Why is Avery out on the island? Like, why? I've never seen this before. This part of our harbour always loads a lot. It's like the busiest of the cells. Why are you out here?
Avery, nice to see you again. Everything's relatively quiet for once. Need something?
What's your opinion of Dima?
We don't see him that often. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way around here.
I have proof that
but that's my lock. It was lost in a
Whatever method Dima killed.
Listen,
Why is the skull noticed?
a synth?
right? These holotapes prove it.
I won't listen. It's live.
I saw the real.
That's not.
Sure.
It's true, isn't it?
Yes, the skull is what convinces you. The thing that looks like every other human.
What it's like to learn everything.
If you're lying to me, this is your one chance to come clean. Understood?
I am
At least I'm in the arse end of nowhere.
Captain Avery. If I'm a synth.
I don't trust you, Avery. Or whatever you are.
Right now.
It's institute level.
Think the only thing I can do now is live the way I believe is right. Dima is a murderer and a liar, and he should pay. But if you share this with anyone here, Far Harbor's on the edge. Confront Dima. If you can make him pay, do.
I can't make any.
Far Harbor's.
I really want to get Kasumi out there because she is actually a human. That's the only reason I haven't killed her on the spot. And I want a brotherhood to assault, make sure the job is done properly. Climb this overly steep little hillock thing. What is a little hill called? A hillock? Or is a hillock a big hill? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know what a hillock is. I've heard of a hillock, but I don't know what it is. No, a mountain's a big thing. Normally rocky. Yeah, but... Oh no, mine are rads. I'm soaking them up faster than... Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm cleansing them as fast as I can soak them up. They're that crap. The fog is... I wouldn't say it's dangerous. Even without, like, even with no traits, perks whatsoever, I still don't think the fog is as dangerous as it's made out to be. You know, there are places far more dangerous. The glowing sea, for example, will irradiate you very quickly. The Blue Kitty Kingdom in Nuka World, that will sap through your Radaway supplies incredibly quickly. But I don't think the island, it's the rads are so low that as long as you have a way of you just sleep often enough and they'll go away, you can be pretty safe. Need to get Kazumi out of here. Mouse is still spazzing. It seems to like stay in that bottom right corner. I don't know why. No, you're not a big fat courser. You need to speak to the big fat courser first. Get that quest cleared up. For some reason she's down here.
This island is no place for a lone synth to get lost.
Of course it isn't.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I'm glad we were able to bring some clues.
More money.
Given the risks I took to find,
I suppose that's a fair.
More money.
The resources you have here. I know you can do better than that.
Fine. 300 cap.
More money.
If you ever want my help again, you're gonna have to pay me some real caps here.
I can do 400 caps, but that's it. Thanks again for your help.
So that really should be like a unique weapon. Instead, it's just a random legendary with one of the Far Harbor bonuses, which isn't even a good one.
You're back. So, what did you find?
I found Dima's earliest memories.
Damn it. I was hoping I was wrong. Do you know why he...
Why does anyone do evil things? Because they can.
That's the fail logic.
Is Acadia even worth saving? The people...
You should head home, Kazumi. Back to the Commonwealth.
I've been thinking about that actually, but... maybe when this is over...
Oh, great. You gotta convince Dima. Where's the staircase? This one. Great, gotta talk to Dima again. Keep feeling like I'm gonna be assimilated if I stay near him. You know what it is? It's just the Borg vibes are there. He's 60s Borg.
What have you done? For all...
They wanted it! They actually want to go up in a nuclear fireball. That's what I hear in a sub.
I had nothing to do with it.
We both know.
They were crazy.
But you have killed them. Don't you...
They wanted to nuke themselves. That is what they want. They want everyone to be nuked. That is kind of what they do.
Your memories led me to a gravesite.
What? That's impossible.
Yeah, stick your own memory back in and let's see. Put in that holotape reader on your chest. At least I'm assuming that's what that is.
I did it. I killed...
You're a fraud.
Maybe you're right. If they knew I had done this, and then without us...
Make your case to the people of Thar.
And if their judgment is to destroy Acadia?
I don't care what justification you have.
I've killed many people, I don't give a shit.
The life ebbing from that... All right. I'll go to Far Harbor and place...
Wait. You can't. Dima, if you go down there, you're not coming back up.
My dear Faraday, you know there is no other option.
Dima, there are always options. Don't do this. Don't leave.
If atoning for my...
I'll be inappropriate and walk around on top of your servers. No, I can't get up on... I can't get up on this one. I can get up on the other one.
Please.
Be strong, Faraday.
Yeah, it's because that one's slightly lower.
So, you've talked to Dima.
Now I'll wait 5 hours for him to slowly walk his way to the harbour. Oh! Hurry up! You slow coach! Come on! Oh, I'll be here all day!
In gambling the lives of my people, your trust in Far Harbor is not misplaced.
Don't worry, the Brotherhood's coming to wipe you all out. You at least get to go by crazy islanders instead. There we go. Sometimes when NPCs go through doors, it sometimes causes a door not to respond for a while. Like it almost gets like stuck open. I think it's there so they have time to load into the other cell first. Oh look, he's teleported. Bounce down the island. Ooh. La 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 la. Oh. See, we can get to Far Harbor much quicker. Oh, there's a truck that got stuck in the building. Oh, no! A gluing one! Well done, Vat. 77% chance and you miss... It's most of the time. Like, half the time. That's like a 50% chance of hitting you silly Vat. I should have hit 3 out of those 4 shots, not 2. Ooh. It'd be Vat's logic. Then again, Vats can fail even with a 95% chance. And that's why it never offers 100s, because it knows it can't actually hit every shot. Oh, classy! That's not even like a good defense. Just 3 random blots of Milo carapace. It's not even a good defense. Oh, which is bad.
My long walk is over.
What's this about?
Yes, if you ran, you would have been faster. You only got that because you teleport.
We have lived peacefully together for years, but I've betrayed that trust. And I've kept the truth.
Zimonia failed to defend itself. Great. Got to clean that mess up.
I murdered one of your...
What? Who?
You! Oh dear, I told...
Must remain hidden. They are as much a victim in this as anyone. They will do. I am the only one to blame.
For all his talk, he's just a murderer.
Yes. I am.
No, he's institute level. He takes on and replaces them. That's worse than murder. That's like actually deceitful. It's worse. In the world of Fallout, random murder is normal.
You call murdering one of ours peace? I say we end this bastard.
Alan, enough. Demo, this path you want leads to murder. Cold-blooded murder.
We leave them be. We'll never know if they're killing and replacing us one by one. No. Who's with me?
Every time you open your damn mouth, Alan, the whole town suffers. Shut up.
Let the professionals handle it.
I oughta...
Don't listen to the mainlander. My brother knows what we've got to do. See the hull? That's thanks to the mainlander.
And that's why you've helped Far Harbor, because it makes this easier and you can tell Alan to shut up.
You even remember who did the captain's dance?
Mainlander cleared my thoughts. Avenged my family. More than the rest of you.
Now she got out of a chair.
Ever done. Cause trouble.
And that's why you help everyone.
Remember who's given us a new chance to take back our island.
My uncle's safe and alive. The stranger's always...
I'm sure if Ken was here, he would say something bad.
Alan, the harbor's spoken.
Democracy at its finest, unlike politics.
Murder's a serious crime. There's only the one punishment for it.
Lynch!
Any last words? Now's the time.
I'm sorry.
Lynch. Why Mitch? Why Mitch? Why specifically Mitch?
So justice has been done. And I expect everyone to respect the peace between us and Acadia.
Just Cassie Dalton. No
Shameless
Captain?
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads. People are finally coming together.
What can I say?
Then that's Cap. My people are so mired with their own. Anything I give you or do.
Yeah, possibly like because of the existence of the Aqua perk, you know, the Aqua Gender perk, that is such a useless reward. You know, it's fully unique, but it also serves no purpose because, like, it's universally worse, you know, than the Aqua perk, because you can't wear your own armor. Not that much texture in the water, but you know, if this perk didn't exist, that would be a good reward. You know, but the fact that that just makes, like, the, you know, you're immune to the radiation of water and the no breathing, which makes the whole rescue diver suit pointless. Especially since you probably need that perk just to get to some of the, like, reward points. What perk do I take? There's so many. Steady aim, that will do. Ugh, go get up to far. Oh, I'm not. Fuck it. I don't know. I'll teleport back up. I'll do Diva's trick of teleporting. Oh, wrong door. I am terrible at navigating Arcadia. I always get the wrong door.
Dean is gone? You found out the truth and...
He killed someone. Yeah.
You're right. Hey, listen. So, I hurt Kenji and Ray by leaving, didn't I? Should I go back? The obvious... Everything in Acadia has been... settled.
You're right, Kazumi. They need you.
I will.
So she's not even a synth. She just brainwashed into thinking it. You know, surely there would be a test that you could do to determine whether or not someone's a synth. Like, I don't know, rub a metal detector over their head. Surely something would work. You know, surely there must be a test, because wherever that synth component's located, X-ray them, give them a run a big powerful magnet over them and see if they attach themselves to it. You know, there must be ways of doing it. That was just X6 flopping to the ground. Now, where's this Brotherhood thing? I can never actually quite remember where it there. I'm only fast traveling because it's so far away. Wolf! No, so they're not actually that right, you know, transformed. They're still pretty wolf-like. Just mostly hairless. See this? Oh look, this isn't... I know this is safe because there's nothing at... It's not a hermit crab because, well, it's got booty in it. And when something has booty in it, it's not a hermit crab.
Hey.
May have liberated the Commonwealth, but our job is far from over.
Larson.
If I may, I don't like this place. At all.
Hey, Larson.
We've got this area locked down. The sooner we can mobilize, the happier I'll be.
This quest is really dodgy triggering it. I can't even remember what it's called, so I gotta UESP that fucker. Oh, no, it's not UESP, that's Skyrim. So it's search and destroy. It's just triggering the fucker can be really dodgy. Okay, DLC Acadia BOS. Always make sure to just show a quest stage first. You never want to skip a stage. Yep, okay, so set stage 100. Or always just make sure you got all the other set. Oopsie. I've got a mod that makes it so it doesn't get away, but for some reason it's always a bitch to trigger. Yes.
We're clear. Let's move out.
The human is gone. We can go. Failed Arcadian ideals. I thought I'd already failed. That had already disappeared. But who knows? That vertibird is picking them all up. I wonder if I can get one mine around here. Oh great, don't tell me it hasn't come. Don't tell me it's too far away. Oh, I can't get in the gunner's seat. Ow. That's not good. No, that's that one. Do I hear another one coming, or is it just that one? That's coming through my left hearing cup. Yep, I've got my mines coming. It is coming in a message, just didn't bother showing. Where's it going? They're not putting it down in the... They are. Seriously. They are horrific at landing these things. It is coming. Oh, I can't actually fly to Arcadia? Well, I'll go to one. To be honest, I probably wouldn't say... If I take a route that puts me, if I'm here, I go to, say... Go up and then I can make... Close enough, we'll go Old Pond House.
Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
When I get close, I just set course for Far Harbor and then press land. You can do some... Ugh! Trying to make me sick. You know, I don't get why we can't ride on the vertibird. Why we have to hoof it on by foot. It's a nice fogless day. A nice fogless day. Actually, now I'm a bit lower. I can set course for. No, I haven't quite. Let's set this as the Azalea and cut course there. Learning advanced vertebrate tips today. That's what we learned from this stream. Is how to, and I'm doing the quotation fingers, fly a vertibird. Because the awkward sort of the vertibird flight is, no, I need to cut it when I get to about here. Which, Far Harbour being quite small, would be about... a little further. Don't want to overshoot. There. Now cut up to Far Harbour. That should take me over Acadia. Or near us, damn it. So yeah, I've learned how to... And this should stick me... Oh, actually right where I wanted to. Clipping! Bash the tail fin out. Let's do it with the... Oh, I don't actually have the minigun equipped. Oh well. That's a jolly fat man. That'll do. That'll do. No running from this. Let them all go in. No, vertibird wasn't quite as late as I thought it would be. Gotta wait for everyone to go through the door first. Gonna go through the door?
Let's get this done.
You going through the door? No? Well, fine, I'll lead the way with my 55 fusion cores. I know the Gatling laser really doesn't let you know how much ammo it has. It's quite, like, confusing.
Heck, what was that? What's that noise?
Oh shit, don't want to be in this room. Reason, Chase is kind of the hardest one. And I've given her a minigun so she can sort of fight back. Oh no, not Dejan. Oh, there's one in here. I thought I killed you already. I know, it was Dejan, wasn't it, that I killed? Look at our power! These guys have, like, 10mm pistols that do absolutely nothing, and still the power armor has broken. Get back here, Naveen. You sound too much like Nazim. Now everyone knows Nazim must die, because Nazim is an asshole. So, with just pipe pistols and 10mm, they've lost the vast majority of their power armor already. It's kind of sad. And why did I reload it? You should never reload it. And kind of wastes fusion cores if you do, because you can only use fully charged fusion cores on reload. Weird little thing.
Hey, Larson.
Well, that could have been worse. Sure, that's all of them.
Relax. We definitely got them all.
You've seen this place, and whatever the hell they were up to. I'm sure you can understand my concern. The fact that these synths
Oh, Merport failed to defend itself as well. Woo! Great, another settlement I've got to repair.
It's horrifying. Their presence here goes against everything the Brotherhood's. We're going to retain a presence on the island, just to be sure the job is done. We've done good work here. Be proud.
There we go. Now I'll go repair some settlements. Woo! Because they couldn't be bothered to defend themselves.
You've done a heck of a job, Sentinel. Ad Victorium.
Woo! God. I might as well mark this on my map. I'm sick of. I don't like things I mark but not actually marked. And this is a way to kill off Far Harbor if you want to let the Children of Atom win. Or if you just really hate Far Harbor and want to have fog crawlers invade their town. One of the two. Whee! Splat. Vault-Tec crates? What are they doing here? Ew. That's a drinking pond? Ew. You know, you probably have a better chance purifying the seawater. It'd be less disgusting than that. Whatever fuel that bus runs on leaking into it over the centuries. That's an unusual bed frame, to say the least. Normally like it's wiry mesh, and that isn't. Weird. You know, that coolant's actually quite cheap. When you think about a comic, you know, inflation had gotten so bad in Fallout that a comic book costs like $33. You know, that actually seems pretty cheap fuel. Then again, I'm used to bloody British prices of fuel, which is like, oh, I don't know, like £1.30 a bloody litre. It's bloody nothing, and it's like it costs so bloody much. You know, a little tiny car like mine. I have a Fiat Panda, so yes, tiny car. It's about a 30-litre tank, and it costs about 40 quid to fill it up. It's a bloody Panda. It's tiny. Take the sailboat back to the Commonwealth. Hopefully, it won't just dump me in the water. The steering wheel doesn't... I'm sure that steering wheel doesn't actually... Yeah, it's delayed. The boat stopped turning before the wheels turned. Yeah, I thought it didn't line up properly. But yeah, that's actually really cheap fuel. Well, it's not fuel, it's more coolant for the reactor, which is like the only thing that you would need. Also, I can attest to the fact that ponytails don't fly like this in reality. Even on a speedboat, they're not like behind. At least not one that thick and bushy, because that is kind of about the same length my ponytail is. Hell, if it wasn't for the fact that my fringe is a bit different, that's pretty much the same way my hair is. And the different colour slot, though. Mine's a bit more... Mine's got a bit more greeny. It's a bit more green, but... Sort of a greenier brown, but... That's pretty much what my ponytail is like. Right down to the fact that it's a mess. And I can attest to the fact it doesn't fly like that when you move. It really doesn't. It's kind of exaggerated physics.
Welcome back home, Kasumi.
Good to be home.
You saved my daughter. Thank you.
Are you all gonna be okay now?
Yes, you have made our family whole again.
Kasumi, does this mean... You know where you're...
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused. I wanted to go...
It's okay, Kasumi.
Hold on to her, Kenji. You never know when your family's gonna be taken from you.
I'm glad.
Yeah, that Brotherhood Under Armour looks a lot better than the marine wetsuit.
We only have each other. There's one last thing you and I need to discuss. Your reward for bringing my daughter home safely. We don't have much to offer, but my father tried. I buried it all near the house. I'm not the explorer he was.
Thank you, Kenji.
You've earned it. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Kasumi is home, and I'll make sure Kenji gets...
Now, where do I dig for my booty? After a nautical fiend quest, it only makes sense I have to dig up to my booty. If only X marks the spot. Arr. Oh. He buried it in his shed? How uncreative! And then just put a bit of metal over it. That's actually a pretty useless legendary, but the weapon's nice. Evil things like machine guns. See, at least there's a shovel nearby as well, so you don't even have to pick it up, you just dig. Ah, that must be Kasumi's boat. There's a booty chest on it. And a mattress. Yeah, this must be Kasumi's boat. So I don't think this was here when I came, so it must be Kasumi's boat. At least this one's actually floating in the water and isn't completely grounded out like my boat is. And look, it actually has a propeller, as well as the guidance system engines, which I'm assuming are some form of water jet. While my boat sits in the shallows and is grounded out. So, time to rebuild some settlement. Gotta rebuild my settlements. Throw that out. Have vertibird land. And I now got to repair settlements because I know settlers don't do it themselves. The question is, which one do I do first? Ammonia or... Wait a second, wasn't Ammonia a raider settlement? No, apparently not. Let's see. Happiness, happiness. Food? Why haven't they got food? You got everything else so they're happy. It's gonna have enough happiness. Food. Well, apparently they're having food issues. So that's what the raiders took out. They took out their food. Or whatever, attacked them. Who knows? Who cares? There she blows. Yeah, not concerned in the slightest by this flying thing coming at the house. And then possibly clipping through that. No, it does seem to just about clear it. So now it's going to clip with some trees though, isn't it? Let's see, yeah. Oh, not no, clip with a tree. It wouldn't be a vertibird landing if it didn't clip with something. I think that's very much the case. Is it wouldn't be a vertibird landing if it didn't clip with something.
Instruments read all clear. Green for takeoff. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Oh, make me sick. Nah, he's not actually doing a tight turn. But here's proof that he can fly across areas you can't go. Thankfully, the detailed cells seem to continue for about a couple of cells distance. You can't actually go... Oh, here, I'm sure of it. I'm sure this is off the map. It might just be on the map. No, this is definitely off the map. No, this is like no grass or anything. It's... yeah. But the detail continues for a few cells, so it sort of looks right. Yeah, it's an unusual thing, the vertebrate. Because technically, while in a vertebrate, I think you class as an NPC. So you can go through the walls. Because the walls, the invisi walls aren't actually an invisible wall. They're nothing in the creation kit you can do. It's an any tweak that you have to do to get rid of them. But it's basically a world boundary setting, and it tells you basically player cannot go this way. I hear combat music, but I don't see any creature. All I saw was car that goes boom. Oh no, I hear like the shittiest sound of raiders. Oh, we're at Zamonia. You, settler. Ah, I see the problem. I see the problem. They're having issues farming because they're actually... Please tell me I got the right one. Because they've all fucked off trying to fight something. That's the issue, it's an import issue. You have to just move a plant and then it, move and replace a plant and it seems to sort it out. So that's Zamonia's only problem. He's up there. I don't know, but I'm sending a grenade up there to kill it. Whoa! It's a cone! It's a sentry bot, but... Where is it? No, actually, where is it? Ah, I can see it. There it goes. Sometimes you've just gotta blindly spam them grenades. Seriously, sometimes that's all you can do. Is just blindly spam grenades. Ugh. Oof. I think I did more damage with those grenades than I thought. But I don't have the vertebrate signal grenades to fart all the way down to Bleed Murkwater to fix the issue, so... I'll waddle back from Murkwater, but I'm not farting into Murkwater. I don't have enough time to go fix this settlement's issue. Is that why they failed to defend it? Because they were hungry. You'd think there'd be more... Yeah, like, why are we being attacked? We don't even have food because we can't be asked to grow anything. Oh, something's alive here. No, I just need a settler. Great, now I've got to spend a checkpoint first. If it's Deathclaws, we're fucked. If it's anything else, we're not. Oh. Wait, is that... Nah, T-45 Knight. Nope, these are old. Oh, it's T-51. So discovered this quite late then. Now I've got to find some... Whoa.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. May he find peace with the Lord. Amen. Would anyone like to say anything before we move on?
Blake was a great guy and an even better friend.
Can't say I've seen that one appear before. You know, I've seen the Morning Blake little random encounter before, but I've never seen repair. A bloody water supply. At least they're feeding themselves now. Let's grab that car. Oh, turret's down. I'm not getting the obnoxious "something is broken" and pop up, which just nags you and nags you and nags you. The funny thing is, they shouldn't have lost a fight. Princess is dead and might alert Queen here, so maybe that's what it was. They shouldn't have lost a fight. It's a well-defended settlement. You know, I purposely make sure that this is a very well-armoured settlement. It's got a full wall, it's got the defensive inner turrets, it's got the defense... Oh dear, the settlers are attacking. Hopefully they won't go to war. Sometimes I have seen this settlement go to war with the super mutants down the road. Another dead one. How many of these are dead? Well, there's no reason these should be dead. I guess they lost the bloody settlement fight, so the turrets are all dead. There's no reason why these should all be dead. They should not ever have lost this fight. You know, just seal the gate, and that's it. Also, if I have any good weapons, I think this now will be the time to give it to the set.
I just wanted to introduce myself. We heard people.
Yeah.
Any place you want. I just, of course.
Take a better weapon than that piece of shit. It's like, anything is better than the fucking pipe pistols. I am tempted to edit settler leveled lists to give them basic weapons that aren't like bloody pipe pistols. Because they are so... The problem with pipe pistols is they are so shit that they don't actually do anything. I have so much combat armor, it doesn't... Now this settler's actually got some defense. Yeah, now there's actually a chance. Because the problem is these settlers have a tendency to go to war, so I am arming them because they do have an annoying tendency to go to war with the super mutants. You gotta give them something better than shitty pipe pistols, because pipe pistols don't do anything. I'm not going to give them all. Oh wait, and I take the bloody pipe pistol off them because they have an annoying tendency to try and use. There, that's. Now there's two of them can actually defend it. I can't be asked to go around. I'll give a novel.
Let's trade some things. One that ends without an
I'm not going to fart around with the armor, but you can have a weapon. Take one of my thousands of 10mm rounds. And take this shitty pipe pistol off you. Give you armor. I don't know why I'm bothering, but
I just
give you some
want to do
weapons.
a few things.
The problem is they're so bad. I don't know why the pipe pistol is so omnipresent. It's just for some reason that I don't know why, but for some reason the pipe pistol has an annoyingly strong presence in Fallout 4. Like an annoying, like every bloody NPC seems to have one. You know, every faction has them, apart from the Brotherhood and the Institute. You know, like Minutemen, that's like their default weapon. The Raiders, it's their default weapon. It's just there. Now they can actually defend themselves. Oh. Now there's enough of them there that can actually defend them when the shit hits the inevitable fan. Meanwhile, I'll go back to Pridwin and restock my vertebrates and grenades. And it's the Wilson Automatoid super mutants I get in a fight with. Oh, 1 o'clock, out of time. I'll save them from the statue of Thomas Jefferson? Is that supposed to be Thomas Jefferson? I don't know. It looks like that sort of era. And that sort of hairdo. So, yeah, I'll save in front of this. The American with his tri-corner flag. Save in the rain, because of course. Could be worse, I could be standing on an island in the middle of nowhere like I started this stream. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, that's true, TurboFist. That is so true. They are just trash. I really am tempted to go into the level. Add a few basic weapons like the 10mm, like the 10mm pistol, possibly laser musket into settler inventory, so they actually stand a chance. But yeah, that's the end. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is a list of all past live streams. Goodbye! Jackie's gonna go stuff her face.